Hi Breezy Gang, I'm back with yet another video. Before I get started, please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and hit that bell so you can be notified when I post any and everything. I've said this before, and I will continue to say this. Thank you so much for every single subscriber, viewer, any type of way. If you have helped, support my channel, thank you so much. Any retweet, any like, any comment, thank you so much. This is gonna be about the time when our son was diagnosed with autism. So I'm just gonna jump right in on the story time, and you guys just bear with me because this is gonna be a touching one. You feel me? Okay. Okay. So you know how like when you first have a child, they have like a million appointments. It's like every 2 months because they're like trying to make sure they're growing right and make sure they're just developing good. So, our son was, typical kid, cute, cuddly, you know what I'm saying? Ate all his food, like ate all his food. And just amazing, like, typical, wake you up every 2 hours, when they're first born, I wasn't actually. Anyways, but so yeah, and it wasn't until like one of his appointments, and they told us, oh, sign this out before you see the doctor. And y'all, in this little packet is like questionnaires, and there was questions that it was like developmental questions, like, oh, have your child done this by this age, and when did he start doing this, and has he started doing this, and all this other stuff. And it made us realize that he hasn't done a lot of these things that he's supposed to be doing at this age, and it just got us really concerned, and the doctor was concerned too. So he said he's gonna give us a referral or put in a referral for a program. It's called Early On, and it's like to help the development of kids who are delayed, because he was delayed. It helps with physical therapy, occupational therapy, speech therapy. Like, it did a lot. So yeah, so they called us a few days later, and we just started, with the program. They started coming to our house frequently. They became family, because I feel like if you in my house all the time, you family. Like, come on now, fam. You feel me? So I need some Carmex, but it's all good. It's all good. But yeah, so they were coming, and he was like literally improving, you guys. Like, they started coming at 1, and fast forward by 3, he was literally doing amazing. Like, they had taught him how to walk at 17 months, like to sit up and to crawl. Certain things like that he was delayed at. They had helped improve. I got little buckles on my back. But yeah, so we were like really pleased with the progress. But when he turned 3, they like informed us that, after 3, the kids basically, graduate and just go to either school, which he did start school at 3. But they also do other like, therapy, and you just got to contact your doctors to see what's next, like what should you do next. So that's what we did. They said bye, and we missed them, and, we just had to move along, you feel me? On to the next, therapy. So we go to the doctors, and we ask him, like, what now, because they're done with him. He's 3. Plus, he, like, graduated. Like, he passed their little test, you feel me? So the doctor was like, have you guys ever considered that he might be autistic? And we was like, what is autism? Like, we're like, what is autism? Like, by 3, I was like 19, and my boo probably was like 19, going on 20. I don't know. But we were young. Like, we didn't know a lot about things. So yeah, we were like a bit confused. And he's like, well, I'm gonna get a referral sent over so that he can get, tested to make sure like he's not, or if he is, or if it's something else, or just figure it out. And we're like, Okay. Okay. And then like that night we like start researching about it, and some of the ones that we saw like literally scared us, like because some of them like had like violent kids, and I'm just like, he's like nothing like that, like, but he had some symptoms, like obviously he would not make eye contact, or he wouldn't play with toys properly, like he would literally fly a car instead of just like rolling it, and he just like would plug his ears if it was too noisy. And as he got older, he actually began to become a picky eater, like a picky eater. To this day, that child is still a picky eater. So yeah, so fast forward a few days, and we get that call, and they schedule us in to come, and to take the test. So when we get there, they place me, my mom, and my boo in a room, and they take my son out into another room, or they put him in another room or whatever. I think it was a psychologist, either a psychiatrist or a psychologist. One of them, they took him over like to another room, and the room was literally like we could literally see it. Like, have you guys ever seen a mirror? And the other side is like see through. Like you could literally see through it. Like the people on the other side don't know that it's a mirror. Like they don't know that they could be seen. So yeah, so he wouldn't see us, but we would see him. So yeah, she took him in there and she like played with him, and like I feel like she was trying to get him warmed up to her and see how he played with toys, see how he interact, like just in a playing environment. He also would not switch toys. Like that's another sign when they just are doing things repetitively or whatever the word is. um so yeah, and yeah, so the funniest part that we seen though, like she had this little fake birthday cake with this little doll and these candles, and she was acting like it was the little doll's birthday. And my son was looking like, I don't know her. Like, who is he? Who is she though? But yeah, so that got over about an hour later, and then we went home and just went back to our normal business. He went to school, you feel me? We kept, monitoring him and just like realizing that our son might really be different, you feel me? And we just still embraced him, still loved him like the same. Anybody finna switch up? Like, love is love, you feel me? And yeah. So, fast forward a few weeks, we get a call and they like, come in, we gotta tell you guys, the results. We don't do it over the phone, so you gotta come in. So a few days later, we go in and they put us in the room, you feel me? And, our son is over there playing with, toys that they love to distract kids with, because kids are crazy sometimes if they get bored. So, like he was playing over there and we was talking to her, and she just was like, she had already previously explained that her son was autistic, which kind of inspired her to help other autistic people. But she had explained a couple stories, and it had scared the mess out of us, like, cause yeah. But anyway, she was like, after all of the information that I gathered, including your, comments and your doctor's comments, we came to a conclusion that he's autistic. And everybody got quiet. Like, quiet. I was so numb to hearing bad news that I just said, okay. And I feel like everybody was numb to the bad news. Like, my mom broke down. And I just was not shocked, honestly. Like, I had gotten so much bad news since the freaking incident that I was not shocked. I was not. It's like I felt like there was nothing that could not happen. Like, anything could happen to me. Like, I died, came back, went blind and all. Like, anything could happen to me. You feel me? But it's one thing, like when you're a parent and you can't fix something. Like, it's one thing for them to have a scratch that you could like cover it up with a Band-Aid. feel me? Put some what is it, Neosporin or whatever it's called. Put something on it, you feel me? Get a cast to help their little broken bone. But this was a boo-boo that we could not fix. Like, that was the hardest pill to swallow. Like, you cannot fix it, sis. Like, you can't fix it. I'm a problem solver too, but I couldn't fix that problem. So, after we're like really shocked, not really shocked, but really like, okay, you know, we asked like, so what's next? What can we do to help him? Because that's my only concern at this point. Like, that's our only concern at this point. So she's like, you know, he can do therapy, but it's going to take a lot of time. And we're like, if it's going to help him, we don't care if it takes time. Like, when you have a child, your time is around their time. You feel me? You work around their schedule, not the other way around. You feel me? Like, no. He comes first, and if we're going to be busy, run around with our heads chopped off, which we are, we just will be. You feel me? Like, we just will be. So, she puts in a referral, and he starts ABA therapy, which is applied behavior analysis. It's like therapy that, like, basically works with, or like works to stop autistic behaviors. If that makes any sense, I'm hoping I'm making some sense. It helps with their behaviors. It helps with occupational stuff. It helps with behaviors. It helps with verbal things, like literally. They helped him be able to talk. He used to have this PEX board because he couldn't communicate what he wanted to eat. So like he would just pick a picture off the board and hand it to somebody, and like we would get the food. So he has been in ROI for freaking 4 years, you know, since he was 3, and he's 7 now. And he's doing amazing. Like, I am a true believer that God gives special kids to special people. It takes a certain type of person to have the strength that you need to have, you know, dealing with any kid that's, you know, different. You feel me? And everyone's different. Like, if he grows up like being upset about being different, I'm like, everybody's different, baby. Like, I'm different. So yeah, it's just, it has been a journey, but with my mom and my boo's help, my son's gonna be okay. Like, he's doing amazing. Like, and like I said about the birthday thing, you know, back in when he was 3, he really didn't understand nothing about no birthday. Now he literally sings happy birthday. He sings the cha-cha-cha part. Like, he is lit. Like, he has like improved, and he continues to improve. So if anyone out there is getting like bad news, don't think it's the end of the world. It's just the beginning of a new, different world, and you're just gonna have to love that baby a little extra harder, honey. Like, you can do it. You got this. It's not the end of the world. But that is it for this video, y'all. Like, comment, subscribe. I'll be back tomorrow, and don't forget, I'm going to be doing Vlogmas. So starting Saturday, I will be uploading every day to the best of my ability, because like I said, I'll be running around with my head chopped off like we do. Like, he still has therapy. So yeah, I'll see you guys on my next video. Please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and just be great. Smile because you can. If this freaking buckle hit this back of this chair again. But yes, smile because you can. And if you can smile through it, you can get through it. I will see you guys in my next video. I got to go. Good night.